Rusty Gates, take the song away.
Well, it's story time again. This is a country song written by Red Sovine called The Ballad of Big Joe and Phantom 309. Well, I was on the East Coast a couple of years back, just trying to make myself a buck like everybody else. Christ, times got hard and I got down on my luck, and I got sick and tired of roaming and bumming around. So I decided to hitch a ride back to my own hometown. Made quite a few miles in the first couple of days, and I thought I'll be home in a week if my luck holds out. But then came the third night, and out on that lone cold crossroads, it was raining, freezing. Caught myself a chill. But just about that time that the lights of an old semi topped the hill. You should have seen me smile when I heard them air brakes come on. I climbed inside the cab where I knew it'd be warm. Well, at the wheel was a big man. He must have weighed about 210 as he stuck out a big hand and said, Big Joe's the name. This here rig's called Phantom 309. Well, I asked Joe why the rig got such a name, and he said, Why, son, this rig will be putting them all to shame. There ain't a rig on this line, or any other line for that matter, that's seen nothing but the taillights of Big Joe and Phantom 309. Well, we rolled along for the better half of the night. Joe told me his stories and I told him mine. Smoked up all his viceroys as we rolled along. Man, that dashboard was rid up like the old Madame LaRue pinball. As he moved her forward in 10 forward gears. Serious semi-truck. When suddenly, almost mysteriously, the lights of his truck stop came into view, and he said, Son, this is as far as I go. I gotta be making a turn up the piece, and damned if he didn't throw me a dime as he threw into low, saying, Go on, son, get yourself a cup of coffee. Tell him Big Joe set this dude up. The man, I mean to tell you, in 2 minutes flat, he was clean out of sight. So I walked into that truck stop and I ordered myself up a cup of mud, saying Big Joe setting this dude up. The place got so deathly quiet you could have heard a pin drop. Did I say something wrong? I said in a kind of halfway grin. The waitress said, No, son, but you see, everyone on this truck stop knows Big Joe and Phantom 309. Let me tell you what happened on those lonely crossroads just 10 years ago. You see, there was this busload of kids, and they were coming home from school, and they're in the middle when Joe topped the hill. And it could have been slaughter, but Joe turned the wheel, jackknifed, when it was skid. Some say that was the end of the road for Big Joe. He gave his life to save those kids. And it seems like you, some hitchhiker, every so often gets picked up. So I'd kind of like you to hang on to that dime, son. Get you another cup of coffee, it's on the house. Kind of want you to keep that dime, son, as a souvenir of Big Joe. As a souvenir of Big Joe, I want you to keep that dime, son, as a souvenir of Big Joe.